nuevamente Marco Chegamer, and today we're going to be talking about which blockchains are likely mature. Thank you for Paul Keeman for coming up with the idea to make this video. He says, make a video of which blockchains are likely mature. I came to the conclusion that only 3 blockchains are mature, so Bitcoin, ETH, and ADA. And that's a pretty good list. I think there's more blockchains that are mature. I asked him, what is his definition? He hasn't responded back, but hopefully you see the video and respond. But yeah, I was thinking, I was like, damn, I heard this term before, and it's from the Clarity Act. So in the Clarity Act, there's a section that says mature blockchain system requirements, mature blockchain systems. And we see here is like huge jargon. It's like really redundant some parts, not every part, but they have like a huge list here that I suggest everyone to read. I'm not gonna read it for you, but I'm gonna leave it in the comment section down below so you can read it, at least this section. It's not that long, but it is here, and they have some important parts here, which is the criterias. So I condensed all of that into one pager. Hopefully you stay with me, and then we're going to be going over all the different metrics from all the different blockchains that I think are mature. And that's like TVL, developers, Nakamoto, score, everything that encompasses that, revenue, how long it's been, basically everything, right? We're going to do a deep dive. It's not going to be that long a video, and I'm also going to show you how to research all this stuff. So thank you for your support. Thank you, Paul, again, for the idea of the video. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So, the SEC proposed rules define a mature blockchain as one that is decentralized. So, no single entity or group controls 20% of voting power or tokens. Functional, so supports intended activities like transactions, dApps, or governance. Open and programmatic, runs an open source code with transparent preset rules. This is really important. Valuable, the token's value comes from the blockchain's functionality, not speculation. So, a lot of basically, they're talking about memes and kind of other coins or blockchains, I want to say, but and independent. No issuer or affiliate holds existing control of ownership. And this is my consideration when coming up and compiling this list. So obviously, decentralization, functionality, market value and adoption, openness and transparency, governance, regulatory compliance, scalability and innovation, community and developer support, and obviously some risks and challenges. And some of the things that are important, to remember is that they might be mature now, and in a year or two, 5 years, 10 years, who knows, they might not be mature, right? That these rules are set, and just because they pass them now, that doesn't mean that something bad can happen, right? Like Solana has been hacked, Ethereum has been hacked. There's been a lot of stuff that, could happen. Who knows? We all remember, I think Ethereum was hacked in 2016, and then they switched up to like Ethereum Classic. Solana, they have some bridges that were hacked, whatever, stuff happens. It's a blockchain, it's new technology, but hopefully in the near future, it all resolves, right? And, some important stuff is like the use cases. Like we want to see that there's actually users using these applications, right? That the dApps are being built and users are using it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Please let me know in the comment section what you think. Is my list valid or not? So I just want to start off with developers, and who has the most developers? Ethereum. So Ethereum EVM, for those that do not know what EVM is Ethereum Virtual Machine Stack, and Ethereum has the most, like 10,000 developers, almost 18,000 developers in the whole ecosystem. SVM, which is Solana Virtual Machine, has like like 7,000. 500 or something like that. Bitcoin then has 2,000. Cosmos surprised me. They have 1,435. Polkadot, which is not one of the ones that we're going to be overgoing today, but they have a lot of developers too. 1,284. Like, that's huge. Polygon is another one. Base, Sui, Starknet, Near, Arbitrum, Cardano is one that we are going to be going over. It has 573. So a lot of developers there, right? The next one is Nakamoto coefficient or Nakamoto score, and that's basically how decentralized these different blockchains are. I don't know why Cardano is 0. Must be a typo, but I'm pretty sure they were pretty decentralized. I think the last time I saw their score was like in the upper 20s, maybe 30s. So maybe there's a typo, or maybe they got less decentralized. I don't know. Another one, a big one that I'm not gonna include in the list is Avalanche. Avalanche is actually pretty decentralized, right? So 25 is pretty decentralized. Binance Chain has 7, so not really that decentralized. Polkadot is one of the most decentralized, 184. That's crazy. Polygon, not really decentralized, 4. Solana, 21. So Solana's kind of on the, not the lower echelon, but on the lower side. Some of the other ones, or the bigger ones, are even more decentralized, like Thorchain. Sui at 19, about above 15 is what I consider a good Nakamoto coefficient. So Sui is pretty good. And remember, as time passes and as time evolves, these stuff should get more decentralized. So probably in a year or two, maybe 5 years, these scores are gonna hopefully be more up, right? The next thing I wanted to go over is who holds majority of these tokens or how you can find them. So if you go on adascan.net, this is where you kind of find like the top addresses and who is holding. So we can see here, it's pretty decentralized, right? Only like 4 wallets control was this 8, 6, 14. 14%, everyone else controls less, which is pretty good. Solana's is pretty good too. If we see here 1%, Solana is his SolScan, and then you could just search the Solana coin. So it's 1%, 1%, and the majority of this is with Binance and Bybit, hilarious. And this other wallet has 1%, then they have $1.5 billion in Solana. Probably validator, I don't know, I didn't really check, I'm sorry, or someone in the foundation or a Solana wallet, I don't know, but you see, this is pretty good. And then we go to XRP, and this to me is crazy. So XRP, and this is in escrow, and this is, locked up tokens. But, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wallets control what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35% of all the supply. And if I remember, it said they could only control 20. So not saying XRP is not a mature blockchain, nothing like that, but just something to keep in mind. And I just also wanted to mention the market cap. So the market cap is really important too. So the market cap is $181 billion in XRPs. And if you're holding XRP, congratulations to you. If you've been holding it for the past year, you're up almost 500%. So pat yourself on the back. You trust XRP when really no one was believing in it, even including myself. So congratulations to you. And all the other big ones, right? Bitcoin is $2.3 trillion. Ethereum is $409 billion. XRP, $181 billion. BNB, $99 billion. Solana, $93 billion. So yeah, as time passes, hopefully more money is put into this, and the market cap keeps increasing, and it makes it more, something to invest in, right? Now, the nitty-gritty, all the terms and information and everything that we are going to be going over, if these blockchains are mature or not mature. And full disclosure, this is only for Ethereum, Solana, Ripple, Cardano, Sui, BNB, Base, and Bitcoin. And, in terms of daily transactions, Solana whoops every single one of them. And if we see here, Cardano is really low. It's only 45,000 transactions daily, which is really nothing. Really nothing. Like, you have to have at least like 1 million transactions happening. And remember, Ethereum is just only 1.5 if you see here, but Base is built on Ethereum, right? It's a layer 2, and they have like almost 10 million transactions, and all the other ones like Arbitrum, Optimism. So Ethereum has way more, right? But we're just gonna focus on the layer 1. So monthly active users, right? Solana whipping everyone else too. I don't know why Cardano's not here, but they have around 90 million active users. So that's pretty impressive. Base not a close second, but almost like 1/3 of that. So with 34 million, pretty impressive too. BNB chain 31 million. So a lot of stuff is happening on BNB, Base, and Solana. The next one, TVL, and TVL, Ethereum literally destroys everyone. People are saying that Ethereum is going to secure the internet, secure the money, is going to basically be the digital bank. And obviously, right now, I do believe it. For right now, it looks to be the case. Hopefully, some of these other, blockchains take some of that TVL, but obviously, I don't think Ethereum is going to be stopping anytime soon, especially if those stablecoin bills pass, like the Clarity Act and the Genius Act. So stablecoin, not stablecoin, TVL is $72 billion in Ethereum, then Solana second, Bitcoin third, BNB and fourth. Revenue is really important. This is literally why you create a blockchain to make money. At the end of the day, these are companies that open source their product, whatever, to do different applications, NFTs, all the different kind of good stuff. So Ethereum right now leads in revenue, $1.4 million in revenue, and Cardano is at 2.1 thousand, which is yikes, not that much. Ripple as 8.4 thousand, Sui 21k, BNB at 33k, and Solana 144,000. So yeah, a lot of catching up to do. These other blockchains have a lot of catching up to do. And average transaction fee, I just wanted to show you. Bitcoin is obviously one of the highest. Ethereum is even more expensive than Bitcoin. I did not see that one coming. Well, I did, but Solana is one of the cheapest. Then Sui, Base, BNB, and all that other good stuff. And I'm not gonna, dunk on Cardano. Cardano, for weekly core commits, they actually have a lot. So they are ranked number 3rd in core commits. So we see Ethereum has the more core commits, Solana is a 2nd, and Cardano's at 3rd. So it looks like a lot of development is happening over there in the Cardano sector. So yeah, these are it for my final thoughts, which ones I believe are, mature blockchains. I want to say Ethereum, Solana, obviously, Cardano, Sui, BNB, Base eventually. I don't think Base is that decentralized. Really, it's not decentralized at all. And Bitcoin. So to me, those are the mature blockchains. Obviously, honorable mentions. I want to say there's some honorable mentions that obviously I didn't go over it, and the list is probably bigger, but this is just me speculating on what mature blockchains will be. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB chain, Solana, Tron. Mixed reviews about Tron. I don't think it's that decentralized, but yeah. Cardano definitely one. Hype, or Hyperliquid is not it is a blockchain, it is a layer 1, but it's not fully built out yet. They only have their exchange. So eventually this one will also be a mature blockchain. Sui 2, Hedera is not a blockchain, it's a DLT, distributed ledger technology. I don't think Bitcoin Cash is a mature blockchain. Avalanche, I do think eventually it will be. Ton, I don't know. I liked Ton before, I don't like it now, but that doesn't sway me. I think eventually it'll be a mature blockchain too, Litecoin too, and yeah, I'm not gonna be going over all the other ones. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Is my list good? Is it accurate? What blockchains do you think are mature? Am I faded? Whatever you want in the comment section. It can be positive, negative. Any comment is appreciated. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.